Hey, that's weird. How come I had no intro video set? What happened? Hmm, weird. Okay, so I didn't have my intro video set for some reason. How's it going, shipheads? Welcome to the Misaligned Stars Thanksgiving special. My name is not Jordan, not the guy you guys were looking for tonight, but I'm Jody LaForgery, and I got this tiny little spaceship here. Look at that. There's Trent. Happy Thanksgiving, Trent. Welcome to the Misaligned Stars special Thanksgiving live stream event. And we got Keith in the house. Welcome, Keith. Welcome to the Misaligned Stars. I figured nobody was doing anything tonight, so why not play around with the little this little thing right here. So I got it all painted black on the outside, painted mostly white on the inside. I had to relight block because I had to carve this out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little divot right there and right here. I had to carve that out so my light would fit in there. And where's my light? It's this one right here. It's one of these. There's my lovely Mary saying happy Thanksgiving to our friends in the USA. That's right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. You guys are all done eating your dinners and you got all your fat bellies sitting there and football game's over. You can watch me work on this weird little ship here. So I'm using these pre-wired lights for now. For this one, I got some special lights in my nacelles. So I'm gonna have to modify this also, unless I can just figure out how to properly mask that off. But I want this part right here to be sort of, see if we can see in my picture here. So it's kind of a top glow there, just red on top. So I'm trying to emulate that somehow. So what I'll have to do is, this lights up pretty nicely, glows really red with the lights in there. So I'll just have to mask off the inside of this and the outside of this. I'm going to paint in there. But before that, Helen says hi to Mary and Jody. Hi, Helen. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are all stuffed with turkeys and potatoes and carrots and stuffing. Didn't give myself enough time to make a fresh coffee, so I'm choking down the cold one. I'm cracking open a cold one after dinner. Okay, so what I need to do, I want to make an attempt at getting some nav lights in, even if it's only on the top, because of these, there's not enough room in there to put two, one facing up and one facing down. So I could put one sideways like this, I suppose. Could probably put it in there just like that. And then if I use the tiny fiber optics I have, it'll go right through the center. Let me see. I could drill directly through. There's a bit of a gap inside this. Not a lot. Don't think there's going to be enough of a gap to get the light unless I leave this slightly open and then fill in the outside. Let me put one in there. See what happens when I try to close it up. So if we had this right here, Trent says, I'm stuffed with cornbread stuffing. Keith says, no stuffing, but we're stuffed. All right. That's good. I hope everybody had a nice day. So this could be sort of in. Let me just see. Because I can drill a pretty tiny hole right through that. And then if I don't like it, it's not going to matter. I can just fill it in. And it won't even be there. It'll just disappear. Let me see. There we go. Get the pointy thing here. Get the pointy thing and mark that off. So go right from the center. I can kind of still see a bit of a line. I'll go right sort of in the middle of this band. Right about there. Okay, so same thing here. We'll just follow it right across. Keith says, oh, he's talking to Trent. You getting snow up there? Been snowing off and on all day here. Yeah, we're getting snow here today. It's been lightly snowing for the last couple days. It was minus 10 degrees Celsius out there. So I see my line right by this window, right there. And then we'll have one right here. And then I'll show you this front piece. You can see that's kind of blue there. I'll explain what I did there in a second. Trent says we got a dusting here, supposed to get 6 plus 6 inches or more on Saturday. That's awful. Just awful. Okay, let's see. I got this tiny bit right here. So I want to try to go in as 90 degrees of an angle as I can. And I want to go right through it. Alex here. Welcome, Alec. Happy Thanksgiving to you, buddy. Says, hey, Jody, Keith, Trent, and Mary, hoping this time to get my printer to work properly. Yeah, I was wondering how that was going for you. You had a couple of misprints during your test. Hopefully you got it just getting it worked out. So I made this little piece the other day. I want to add that to the top, but I think what I want to do is make it a bit longer so it extends right up to the back of the crystal there. Go Pack, go Blue, since the Lions couldn't get it done. Oh, the Detroit Lions didn't win. Who are they playing? Is that a picture of you at the football game? Hi, alien cheesehead. Hey, we got Russ here from Cosmic Quest Hobbies. Hey, Russ, happy Thanksgiving to you tonight, my friend. Nice of you to join us here. My name's not Jordan, and this is the Misaligned Stars Thanksgiving special for my friends in the USA. So I thought I'd work on the little, I don't know what to call it. I'm calling this the Compulsion Class Starship because I feel compelled to make unique and interesting ships out of other ones. So this is the saucer for the Enterprise B 2500 scale model, and the bottom of that model is in there somewhere. There's the front belly part of it. So this piece has been removed. I built some body around it, and what I did on the stream and then after the stream on Sunday was I installed this little bit of this stuff right here. So this is just 3D pen printing filament for one of those pens that my kid has. I stole all the clear stuff and I use it for little things like that. So it's just a clear piece of that. And I filed like a little flat notch there, a little indentation in the front of it. And then when you put your light in there, looks quite nifty. It's pretty fancy. So that's going to be my little front deflector there. They played the Aliens team, so the Phoenix whatever football team. This is going to run a quick test print on some of the DC-15's blaster pins. Okay, right on. Good luck. I hope it works out. Russ says looks good. He says it's a lie. Tell it any way you want. It's my truth. I'm human. Right on. So the saga continues on the alien-human debate, which is an ongoing thing. Russ says looks good. Thank you, Russ. I appreciate that. So what I'm trying to do is, okay, I drilled those little holes in the sides. So we'll get a light coming through. We'll get a nice light coming through here. Let's turn that away a little bit. There we go. Pretty nice. So if this faces the side, it looks like there may just be enough room. It'll have to be right there. Just like that. And then I have tiny fiber optic that's not much bigger than fishing line. Just off a cheap little lights you can get. Find a piece somewhere, wherever it is. I'll find it. I don't need it right now. I'll find it when I do. So right now I got to install these lights. So here's my source here. Hi, Lumpy. Hey, Johnny. Lumpy McLumpster. My bro, Johnny. How's it going, Johnny? Nice of you to join us. All right, so this one's going to go down into the feed. Let's make that the main power. And so I need 3. So what I have to do is, let's see if we can illustrate the difference here, because I've already done this one. These are basically an SMD, but they have like a blob of plastic around them. They're like dipped in resin or something. So yeah, what I've done is I've removed most of it from around the thing there, trying very carefully not to damage the wire. So I do that with this thing. So I need 3 of them. I'm just going to mute it while I do that because this thing is loud. I will be right back. Okay. That took a minute. But there we go. Got it kind of honed down. So I'm gonna do one more. So I kind of twist it like this into a loop so that I can hold it. I can just untwist that loop later. Looks like Cameron's here. How's it going, Cameron? Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Jody, everyone in chat. The old double wave. What's going on? Alex says it's a shame that something came up for you this year, Jody. Hope you're able to participate next year. Yeah, maybe next year. He says, I thought this was a model building channel and not a nail salon. Oh, did I have my fingers too close? Too close to the camera? All right. We'll back up a little bit. I'll go down here this. Okay. So that takes a minute, but we've got a nice light with barely any plastic left on it. Roll and twistaroo, make sure they still work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in. Well, they're still wired to the little thing, to the little battery, so I can see what I'm doing. And then I clip that off. And attach it to this one right here. So we're going to go in like this. Let's see, where's my dot? That. Try to find a, there we go. Stable right there. All right, so I'm going to put a little spot of glue right there. And we'll get this. I want to try to get it sitting sideways, upright, So I just bend my wire so that I can do that. Okay, so if I put that there. A little magic powder on it. Okay, so do the same thing here. We'll get this one pointed right at the front. So the little hole for this one is actually not where I want it to be. I missed that one. I'll have to make a new hole sort of right beside it. Let's see. Alex says, okay, seems like flipping over to the non-textured side of my PEI flex bed. Prince Edward Island flex bed. Cool, man. He's giving me better results and LOL. Yeah, he already knew I was going to make a joke and he laughed at it ahead of time in his comment. Sweet. Looked like you were grinding your fingernail, Keith says. Pretty close, man. Pretty close. Very close to grinding my fingernail. He says, I forget. Is Jordan an hour behind me and Todd? Think so. Yes. Just living in the past. You guys are living in the past, man. All right, so I sort of missed. Oh, I need the bottom. Because if I missed at the top, I missed at the bottom. Yeah, there's a line right there. It's okay. I can fill in the one that I don't want quite easily. Quite sleazily. Okay, so right there, I see the line. Better. Okay, so I want the bottom there, but I want the top a little more forward. So I'm going to end up with a little bit of a mess here. The hole's so tiny. Paint will fill it. A couple drops of paint in there will be enough to fill it. As long as I don't accidentally fill the one I don't want filled. So looking at that one. Oh, that one became detached. You son of a bastard. Okay, where'd that one come from? Come right here, this one. Bend that wire into submission. Got light coming through. Try this again. You know what? I should probably get rid of the glue. Yeah, now I gotta paint that. Ay, 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 ay. Bummer. Might as well paint this part where I don't want the hole. See those little pinholes I made are pretty much going to disappear with the paint. And we've got a tiny bit right there. All right, so I'll just move this one to the other side for now. Give that paint a minute to set. Okay, so right like that. Right there. Sometimes it can be tough to get this to sit where you want it to. Just need some of that. Some of that. Need coffee. Aw. Actually, that sound you heard in the background is my lovely, beautiful wife making me a coffee because she's the freaking best. And I didn't even ask her. I guess she heard the pain in my voice at the beginning when I said I didn't give myself enough time to make my fresh one. Mary, your brother says hi. Hi, brother. Hi, brother. All right. I want that right there. That's dry. Guess it doesn't matter if it's white because the light's right there. The light's right there. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so get this guy in place where we wanted it. Right, like there. All right, let's throw the bottom on there for a second, just to see if it fits, first of all. Okay, so it looks like I'll be able to get it closed enough. Maybe that one's a bit thick. And so we've got one sticking up. Got to relocate that one. Have to back it up off the sort of off the edge there. I can take a little bit more off of it. I can see if I look up close, I can see there's still a little bit on the insulator there on the plastic. Trent says the tryptophan is hitting really hard. I'll be resting my eyelids in no time. Yes, watching my videos is like visual tryptophan. So I gotta move that. That's too much on the little bump there. Because it comes in and it bumps up right here. So I gotta like back it off of that a little bit. Nice if I could remove it without peeling the paint too much. There we go, just kind of push it back. Now, if I had proper little SMDs, I would definitely use them. But this is what I have. The LEDs I have are too big to get in there. Alex said I'm trying not to let it make me fall asleep. That's why I need coffee. Yes, I got coffee. Oh, that's excellent. Excellent. All right, so I want one right there because I got a little bridge, sort of a little bridge window right there, which I could probably unmask. Maybe I'll paint that white inside first. It's got some whatever plain white paint here. Fast drying, low cost, cheap ass white paint. Just brush it on. Doesn't have to be nice and smooth because just to reflect the lights. There we go. That there. Now I don't really need to worry about letting it dry too much because that light's not going to be touching it. It's going to be kind of just suspended over that gap there. So we're going to bend it there and there. Drop it like this. Right there. And now we're gonna glue that. Another little spot right there. So this is what a lot of my building is like. Very slow, sort of tedious, because I got to figure everything out. I don't have any plans or instructions, or sometimes not even a preconceived idea. I just kind of freestyle it sometimes. In this case, I'm going off my drawing, but I'm using a model that's not at all like what I drawn. All right, I'm using an Enterprise B model, so, but I'm getting as close as I can with what I have. That's the modified nacelle. That's how that's gonna look. So it's gonna be upside down. It's gonna be this way. And as I was saying earlier, I want this top of this right here to be the red lit up Broussard collector. Maybe this line, but maybe not. I might just smooth that out and make it flat. Alex says I'm trying not to let it make me fall asleep. I've already read that comment. I guess everybody fell asleep. There hasn't been any comments in a while. That's okay. Mary needs a good rest. Cam says, looking fantastic so far. Why, thank you. Thank you, my brother. My friend and brother. Let me just turn the little lights off so we can see how stupid it looks. So it's just a mess of these wires going all over the place. But that's okay because I will gather those up and sweep them all aside. All right, see, a lot of them can, as long as they're not in the way of the windows, it's fine. So we got a bunch here. It can just sort of bundle together. I'll put a drip of glue right here. A bit of my powdered kicker. I finally found a good use for this white powdered stuff. I think most people are using it wrong. Okay, so now do one more little testy test. Test my testes. Okay, so we got this. Oh yeah, we'll see if it closes. I forgot to do the most important part. See if it fits in there now. All right, so there's a little gap, but we're close enough. That can be filled in. So we're gonna have a light there. We're gonna have a light there. So that's looking pretty good. That's not bad. Okay. So here comes the fun part. By which I mean the part that sucks. All right, so that's coming off my impulse engine. Okay, so now I need to determine which one is what. Which one is what? I have to determine which one is what. And do I have a red marker? All right, I don't have the red one. I will use the purple. Turn this on. Where's my freaking ends, man? There's one. And follow the cord, follow the cord. Oh, there it is. There's the other. Okay, so we'll go red, black. Not it. Both not it? Okay. So I don't have red, so I'll use purple. So that's my red. And now Just gotta grab the tip. And that's my red. Right there. All right, so I got those two red ones. Now, where's the end of this? So I'll chop this off. Burn it because it's got like a stupid little coating on it. Alex says, looking good so far. Right on, buddy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I give my thanks to you on this day. Thanks to Mary for the coffee. She is so brave. All right, now I have to determine which of these is red and which is black. Tip. Come on. Tip. Oh, yeah, look at that. First try. Okay, so red. Boom. All right. Get your laughing hats on because I'm going to do that thing I do. If I can find those things I need. Right here. These little guys. These little doogies. Come here, little doogie. Come here. I need you, little doogie. Get out of there. The tin ones. There we go. Really tiny. Tiny, tiny. Okay, so I need 2 pieces of that. Now this can be cut. That one's red. So I gotta burn this. Burn away the coating. Good night to Trent. Trent says, good night all and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Trent. Have a good night. Thank you for tuning in for a little bit, my friend. Keith says, go blue. That's right. Even though they lost, go Blue Jays. We went to see Super Stack last weekend and they didn't even have Labatt's Blue. What a bummer. Haven't had a Labatt's Blue in years and they didn't have any for me. Losers. Don't drink beer very often, but when I do, I like a blue. Wolverines. Go Logans. Oh, different Wolverines. Sorry. So my dad, who was quite the accomplished bushman and hunter, encountered pretty much every animal that we have around here in his lifetime. And the only animal he saw that ever scared him was a wolverine. All right, let's see if I can get this curled up the way I want. Like so. Like Is that? Yeah, we got the two reds. So I'm just twisting. I don't need solder or nothing. These are solid wires. When I twist it like this, it's not coming apart. This tiny little model, I'm not going to be throwing it around. All right, let me make sure it's still going to work. This one's my purple. This one's my not purple. All right, there we go. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. Roll on. Impulse engines, crystal, winders, deflector, sensors. The main sensors. We're detecting a ship on the sensors. Okay, so I gotta kind of bend this. Let me just get rid of this little extra bit right here. Really get rid of it, because if I leave that laying around, it'll end up embedded in my fingertip. That never feels good. That never feels good. So I don't know if anyone who's watching noticed, but I did finally get the last video of the Miranda Hornet refit project up on the tubes there today. Well, sort of last night, I guess. I was editing, and when I was saving the video, my thing crashed and I lost the access to my SD card and all the files on it. So my kid rescued most of it for me, but I think whatever files I was actually using in the video are the ones that got lost, because I seem to have everything else I had on there except for the files I was actually using to make the video. So I edited in what I could. I had a couple of unused clips that I had to throw in there that I wasn't going to have in the video, but it looks pretty good. It's the USS Trenton, because one of my viewers, whose name is Trenton Bennett, offered to send me the custom decal sheet for it, which was mighty nice of him, because I wouldn't have had, it would have just been called the Reliant, or possibly could have rearranged those letters into maybe something else, like I did for the little Enterprise there. I called it the Sprinter. Turn away. Let's see. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. There's our little dish. I'll paint some details into that later on with like some gold or bronze or something. It's a little paint on there to scrape away. Bit of the black paint. Go. I can scrape away this because it's painted blue on the inside of it. And there we go. So this little gap here, that's nothing that bead of Vallejo crapola won't fix. And we got that. I'm just going to put some paint in it. Brush. Cam says, good to hear it wasn't a massive loss of data. No, I just lost what I had in my video, which was the pretty much the only bummer anyways, because everything else was pretty much already backed up on my computer because I just cleared my phone there a couple weeks ago. So I didn't have much. There was a few photos I've took since then, but it's just mostly photos of my models. I could always just take those again. Just want to smooth that out. No lights in the pylon. Doesn't need to be light blocked, but I still want to get a nice, get that as smooth as I can anyways before I put a base coat of paint on there. All right. So we'll paint this maybe like yellow or something. I'll probably paint the inside. I got a nice translucent yellow. And I got the little triangular plates I had that were attached to here. I'm going to redo them, make them slightly bigger so they overlap this just a little bit. So the way I'm going to do that is with the tape template method. Let's get my lights back. I'll use this piece. Right, so I'm going to lay this in right up against that. This is a curve, so I don't want to put the edge of my tape right there. I want to get it in here so I can get that curve. Okay, so I'll just give it a little rub there so I can see where that is. And right here, we'll just follow the line. All right. Maybe I can highlight it a little bit with my pencil. Because once I take this off and put it down flat, it's not gonna show as much. Okay, so like that. That goes to the side. Get the glass piece. Always cut proud of the line so you got a little bit of extra material to file away. It's easy to remove material, it's not easy to put material back in. All right. Let's find a. Here's a piece here. A very, very slight curve right there, but if I had made that straight, it'd be weird. It'd just be weird, man. I don't want to make it weird. All right, so we need two of them. Yeah. It's too small for the little foam block that I usually use for this. Okay, one at a time, one at a time. So I wonder if I can. That's going to have to be pinched in like that. All right, so it looks like I'm going to have to put the. Darn it. Darn it. I didn't want to have to do this step just yet. I guess I do. I guess I have to. I have to put this on, but I don't have my engines ready yet. My engines aren't ready yet, Bobby. I've got to fix the engines. Well, I guess I'll do that. Okay, so before I take this apart, I'm gonna make sure it's lined up. Oh, come on. Dude, stop. I want this held tightly so it lines up. I've removed all the little alignment pins. That's why this is a misalignment live stream of the misaligned stars. Okay, so should I cut that out? Let's see, what does it look like? Okay, so it just comes right back. So what I need is a cap, or rather two caps. Okay, I've got it. I've got it. You smell that burning smell? That's me thinking. All right, where's the thinner piece? There's a thin one. That's a thick piece. That's a thick piece. Here's a piece of thick stuff. There we go. Thin stuff with the blue backing. All right, so I don't need a lot. Just a small piece. Take this off first because it makes it tough to cut stuff. All right, let's see. All right, this tape's gonna be in my way. Put a nice fresh piece of tape back far enough out of the way. All right, bear with me, please. Please bear with me. Okay, that's gonna go right where the pylon joins on. What'd it do? There we go. Yo, what'd it do? Okay, there we go. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Tight like a tiger. I can't believe there are 6 of y'all. I can't believe that there are 6 of y'all that have nothing better to do. All right, so I gotta push that back. That needs to line up perfectly straight. Perfectly straight like that. Take a piece of this. All right, so that's gonna go there. So I want to burnish this down and get the shape of this. Okay. Alec is warm and sweaty. Can it be Monday yet so I can enjoy 2 days off? No, because then when it's Monday, that means everybody else has to go back to work. It's not just all about you, dude. What about everyone else that starts work on Monday? Sucks for them. I'm just kidding. I'm used to yoking, man. Okay, so we're gonna go like this, that. All right. Now you see where I'm going with this. Okay. So there we go. So I'm gonna make 2 of these. At the same time. No, it can't. It can't be 2 weeks from now. It would be nice to have many more hours before your next paycheck piled up, though. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Okay. I should be able to cut through these 2 things at the same time. No prob. Lame-o. Uh, all right, so I got these 2 spots here. If I try to cut this out with my scissors, there's no way I'm going to get those even and equal. So I'll grab the little leather punch tool here. See what size. Probably go with that one. Make sure that's in there tightly. And I'm just gonna punch it through. Make a little circle. All right, so I got those little inward curves. Now I just got to cut the tip off. The fret leveling beam. Level the fret out of this little bitch. Kind of looks like a guitar. Okay, let's get the tape off. Get the two pieces separated. And try to keep them that way. Because you gotta keep them apart from each other. Okay, so here's my idea. This goes on there. Not quite. Not quite what I was looking for. Let me see. That's not very even either. All right, that's not quite what I wanted. Bend around this here for a second. But that could be okay. Can't see it. It's impossible to see. There we go. So I'm trying to get like a cap on here that will allow for the red to come through. Earth dudes. Earth dude is here. Earth dude says, "Ayo, Star Trek dudes. What's up, Earth dude? How's it going? Happy Thanksgiving if you're in the USA. And if you're not, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday." I am Star Trek dude. Keith says, "Hey, Earth dude. Hey, 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 hey." All right, so that's not too bad. God, I don't know. I need to see it better. That pretty much fits right there. That pretty much fits right there. Okay, so this will do. So a little bite out of the right there. Earth dude's still working on the old Phantom of the Opera kit. Cool. The old Universal movie monster. Monsteritis. Clippy, clippy, clipper. Alex said my YouTube glitched because I was not seeing anyone else's comments after Trent went to bed. Yeah, sometimes that happens. You gotta like close the comment window and then open it again. Reattempting to print the helmet. All right, good luck. Good luck printing your helmet. Just don't make it in purple. Do not print it in purple. Okay, so I gotta get in here a little bit with the file. Are you in live chat or top chat? Ah, there you go. Yeah. Todd pointed that out to us the other day too. There's a top chat option on YouTube that will only show you the top chat comments. Okay, that piece sucks. Fuck that piece. Let's get another piece. Make a direct copy. That's better. Live chat, I fixed it by closing and reopening the app. Sometimes you just gotta close the chat and reopen the chat, and that works. Or close the video and restart the video, and then it'll be live also. I find that faster if I'm not watching the live streams live when I'm a viewer and not a streamer. The best way to catch up to it is to close the video and reopen the same video, and it starts you at the live point every damn time. Starts you at the live point every damn time. There's no getting around it. There's nothing you can do except rewind. All right, let me try cutting this with my scissors. I probably could have just done an okay enough job. Yeah, look at it. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Ow, my knees. Oh my God. Let's see. Keith says, my chat been acting strange tonight. It's disconnected and reconnected a couple times. I wonder if it has anything to do with the traffic, the interweb traffic. I think it's fine. My computer's seems to be working okay. When I was on the, was it the Friday when I was on the Friday stream? Or no, was it when I was on your stream, Keith? Still there, Keith? When I was on your stream, I think I was having problems with my response of my computer. It was like crapping out on me. I'd go to click the buttons and the buttons wouldn't click. Hey, we go, big guy. Don't run away. Don't take off. I need you on the nacelle to be a nacelle cap. Yeah, just like that. Nacelle cap. Go ahead and move this a little bit here. Right. All right, those are way different from each other. So the important part is right in there. If I could get that to line up, I can file up to my mark here. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, yeah. Keith says, wasn't that Donnie's stream? Maybe it was Donnie's, yeah. That's right. What a lovely, lovely musical song that is. Keith says, I don't recall you having issues during my stream. No, I was mistaken there. It was Donnie's. 'Twas Donnie's stream. Okay, so we're still quite a bit fatter there than the other one is. And it looks like Keith's gonna turn in. Well, Keith, good night to you. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a good night, buddy. Take care. Get well rested. Good night to Helen as well. Helen says good night as well. There you go. Good night as well to Helen. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the view. There. Like saying good night to Keith and Helen. Okay. So I'm gonna glue. I can't glue. I can glue it on one side, right? Like I did to the tail little piece. Side. Alex says, we American viewers are dropping like flies. Darn you, turkey, for being so delicious, yet so sleep inducing. Yeah, man. Turkey's great. You know what I do? I have a trick. I don't eat a whole bunch. I just eat a little bit. Works great. Far less drowsy. Okay, I want to bend that around. So I want to try and glue this just to one side of the thing here. So this is the point where I take it apart. That is there. I'll just get rid of this corner just a touch. So. Okay. Go for broke here. I'm just gonna some on here. If I can get that to stay. Says turkey's so good, it's like asking us to only eat a single potato chip. I've done that many times. Just to taste it and see if you like it. Even if you do like it, just have one because they're not yours. If somebody else's. Get down there. Squish this a bit down. Stay there. I need some, there we go. Need something in behind that so I can press on it. Perfect. Pretty much. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit up in there. Up in there. Okay, so I'm putting that there just so I can press on it like a Lee nail. Did I not get any glue up in there? Up in there? Up in there? Y'all don't make me get some glue up in there. Up in there. There we go. Don't stick it to your mustache again. Okay, now hopefully this will just clamp right on. And that should get close enough in there anyways. Close enough. Actually, that's pretty good. So when I put the other side on, I'll be able to press that down into there. Howdy. That's excellent. Very, very excellent. What we got here? We got 1018. Oh, there's still three of yous. Let me guess. Alec, Cam, Johnny, or Mary. First one to say their name gets a high five. All right, so I got another nacelle here. And I have another little piece like that. And I'll just kind of do the same thing. Bend this inward. Alex is looking good. All right. Alex, one of the ones still here. You're a trooper, buddy. A real trooper. Okay. Little goo. Okay, I'll use that file handle again. Press it on there. Oh shit, that's way too much. All right, I'll have to glue my thumb to it for a couple seconds. Oh, we're making a comeback. Welcome, welcome, whoever just joined us. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Okay. Give it the test fit. Looks pretty good. That's gonna have to be there. Slide that there, like that. Okay, not bad, not bad. Maybe shift that way a little bit. A little shifty shift. Just a little bit shifty. That's okay. It can still move. All right, let's get the fun stuff out. And I'm missing one. Of course, I'm missing one. Of course, there it is. There it is. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, there it is. Are you streaming Saturday still? And any idea if Andrew will stream this week? I haven't heard about Andrew. I'm assuming he will. Hopefully he will. And yeah, I'll probably go on Saturday again too. I'm just doing this to fill in the empty void left in all of our hearts by Jordan's absence. That's all. Just in case anybody was bored tonight, come and be bored with me. I'm going to wrap it up in a little bit anyways, but what I have to do is I got to paint the inside of that. I see a white Nisa and want it painted black on the inside 'cause it blocks the light like that. I block my Nisas the best way I can. With a little crafty paint brushed on with my hand. That's not lit. That can be painted over. This brush sucks big fat ones. Just get a slightly less sucky of a brush. Maybe some fresh paint will help too. Get a little bit of fresh paint on there. Oh, freshy fresh. You getting fresh with me? No, but my paint is. Oh, that's better. There we go. That's better. That's what I want. That's just what I want. What I want is what I want. Okay, so I don't want the end of that painted. So I'll probably just have to go in with my like a toothpick or something and scrape out what I want for the Boussard area there. I got an adorable, tiny, big, sad-eyed bird eater swatting at my foot with his adorable paw. Oh, goody kitty. We are very fortunate that our bird didn't get eaten by a cat or fox or whatever, anything else out there when he escaped. He was out for the whole night. He was over 24 hours. He was gone, flying around town. But we got him back. Hear about people's birds flying out the house, out the door, the window, all the time, and they don't usually come back. Very rare, but we were lucky. All right, I'll just give those a little head start. All right, I was muted the whole time, and I was talking away there. Didn't know I was muted. I muted to use the dryer, and then I thought I demuted, but I did not demute. You missed my whole spiel about the Beatles and this crazy topsy-turvy world when I start singing a Beatles song, because I was using this. So I was like, I get dry with a little help from my friends. I get dry with a little help from my friends. Okay, black. White, there's still some wet spots in there. Maybe I'll wait. I'll wait a moment before I start in with the white. I'll wait for the white. The white. You gotta wait for the white. Don't get too excited. I'm back. All right, here's the fun part. Try to get this off. Right, so we got a little bleed through. I'll have to scrape it a bit. No big deal. Come on, tape. Come on, tape. That one's a little better. That one's horrible. And that one is also awful. Okay, so let's start scraping. See what happened here, because there's like an injection point or whatever right there. There's a little divot in the plastic where the pin was. No, there was no pin there. I would have smoothed it all out if there was. Okay, so I need to get that paint out of there. So there's like a little paint in there. See, because there's like these little divots here from the injection process. And I guess I couldn't get my tape down flat enough for that to not run into there. It's not bad. I just gotta do a little finessing here so there's no excuse on this side. So here is just a divot where I removed the locator pin. Down the tail bit. That's pretty good. Okay, one more. All right, so now I want this part cleared out. Okay, so I'm trying to get inside the part that I want to be lit. It'd be easier than trying to get a mask into there. That would have been virtually impossible. So hopefully I can do whatever fine detail outline on the shape I need to light block this, mainly on the outside. It's probably going to need several layers on the outside anyways. Probably should have put 2 coats of black, but it's probably not enough. 2 coats of black, and then the 1 coat of white kind of almost cancels it, but black wasn't dry, so I got sort of a gray happening here, which is cool too. That's cool too, man. No worries. No big. No big whoop. All right, let's see if this will work. I'd like to try to get these attached. And then attached to the little ship so it's like in one piece. So let's see. This guy's gonna go like that. There. So the rubber of these little shrink tube insulators sticks very, very well. So I'm going to put glue like that. I'm going to try to stretch that nice and straight. Like so. All right, so now I got my little red one with the resistor on it. That's not quite ready. Okay. Just gotta hold that down a little bit more. Really wish I had smaller wire to deal with. I can't glue this wire because it's silicone. So I'm gonna have to try to stuff it in there. Check out 4-count flat. That's not the right one. This Okay, well. I want those wires to stay like that for a second. Come on, you fiddly little fucker. All right, let's see if it still works. I'm going to light this up and then I'm going to end this stream. It's 11 o'clock for me. I just want to get this one working. Make sure I'm doing this right. or at least in a way that will light this little model. Not necessarily right, but right now. All right, look at that. Hard to see that, but we got the little, there we go. So I got my little cap there. Yeah, it's gonna need lots of light blocking from the outside. Lots of light blocking from the outside. Let's just peel this for a sec and see how it looks underneath. I imagine it's just going to be a glowing blue thing. Yeah, just a glowing blue thing. So until this gets painted on the outside, it's not going to be anything special. But if we attach it to here, where it's going to go, then it's something special. So there, it's going to be like that. And we've got two of them. And there she is. Cam says, very cool, looks great. Thank you very much, Cameron. I appreciate that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. That's not bad. Get up a little closer so we can see it better. Not bad at all. Got some fills to do and lots of light blocking. That's pretty bright. But hey, I'm liking it. Alex said the turkey is affecting me now. I'm sorry if I fall asleep. It's okay, buddy. I'm done anyways. That looks amazing. All right. So there we go. My little Enterprise B modification into what I'm calling the Compulsion class starship. There we go. So I just gotta attach these. I'm gonna run my wires through the pylons here, out this way, attach them to the rest of it, and then run my power. I got this little stand here with a hollow tube. That should be a good enough little stand. It's gonna be like that. Just look at that. And look at this. Look at that. So there we go. We'll have this little model like that on a tiny stand. The battery thing will probably just have to be outside the model. The wire running, that's kind of small to be putting a battery in, unless I use this. This has a color flickering light in it, but that can easily be removed and hooked up to look at me go. Look at me go. Then I just got to put a little strip around the outside there. Look at me go. Gotta pop this apart. And it's even got a, look at that. You can even replace the batteries. What are they? These little things. Three of them. Well, that's not bad. I can get those. There we go. I've come up with a solution. This thing just happened to be sitting right there. Cut the excess off, take out the LED, attach the leads from this to that, and it should be good to go. I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know. But yeah, I'll try that. Red alarm. All right, chipheads. Thanks for tuning in to this little fun little interruption of your Thanksgiving evening. In Jordan's absence, I thought I'd just give you a little something to maybe keep your ears busy for a while you unwind from your big Thanksgiving dinners. And we'll see Jordan back here next Thursday at the same time. And that's it for me. So thanks for tuning in again to whoever's here. Johnny Cam, Alec, thank you. We had some other guys here. We had Earth Dude. We had Russ from Cosmic Quest Hobbies. We had Keith and Trent. And a lot of our friends stopped in. So thank you. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on the Friday night live stream, the HTM group live stream. So until then, well, let's see. We've got a comment right here. What does it say? What does it say? It says good night, Alec. Right on. Cam saying good night to Alec. Good night, Alec. Good night, Cam. Good night, Johnny. Everyone else who's already left, good night to you guys. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you tomorrow on the HTM live stream. My intro video doesn't seem to be in the media assets. I don't know what happened to them. Set outro video. They're not there anymore. So I'm just going to end the stream. Have a good night, you guys. Take care and goodbye.